Hey guys, so a question I've had asked a few times is, Dan, you are always lean, you must be super disciplined, or do you just have really good genetics? Well, first off, I've been fairly lean for the past few years now, but I do go through different levels of leanness. So I fluctuate from, say, having like blurry visible abs to having like really defined abs to looking quite pumped to looking just small but kind of almost skinny. So I go through different phases. I fluctuate. It's not like I stay looking exactly the same all the time. Um, and I don't always look very muscular at all. It kind of depends on what kind of training I've been doing, whether I've been doing more weight training or just more martial arts training. Um, and secondly, no, I don't consider myself to be super disciplined or to have really good genetics or like a super fast metabolism or anything like that. I think really it just comes down to habit and lifestyle. So, like, basically, I've lived the fitness lifestyle, if you call it that, for longer than most people have. Um, so, it takes little conscious thought or effort for me to eat like high protein food, lots of vegetables, opt for lower calorie choices, and just generally be mindful with my portion sizes and food intake. So I don't always count calories because I don't have to, unless I'm dieting for something to get my body fat really low. And I do still have treats sometimes, as long as I keep my food intake clean, basically, most of the time. So compare that to someone who is new to healthy eating. So let's say they've only recently learned the difference between a protein and a carb. That's kind of how new they are to it. Or they've only recently got into the practice of checking food labels. Obviously, for someone like that, it's going to be a lot harder for them at first because they're new to it. They need to practice it. So with me, you could say I'm lucky. I've been doing this for quite a long time now. So it's just kind of naturally what I do, and I've had a lot of practice doing it now. Um, I guess the same goes for activity levels and exercising habits. So I'm fortunate that I've always, well, since a young child, competed at quite high level sports. So training, working out, it's kind of like second nature to me. It's what I do. It's what I like. So again, I mean, I just already have this inbuilt habit of exercising. Like it's what I do. So again, compare that to someone who's kind of new to it, haven't really been in a routine of training regularly before. Again, it's just practice. It's practicing doing it, making it a habit. So even though currently, like like many of us, I work a predominantly sedentary job. So I'm at the computer for a lot of the day, but I still make sure that I continue to work out regularly and I get my activity levels up through just little things like standing instead of sitting, walking or cycling instead of driving, or even just taking regular breaks from the computer to move around and stretch. So, I guess the purpose of this post isn't to say how wonderful and awesome I am. No, like, really, what I'm saying is that I am not special. I don't do anything outrageously difficult that anyone else can't do. Yes, it's easier for me to stay lean, but not because of genetics or anything like that. It's just because I've simply had more practice doing it than most other people have. So, for more tips, advice, and help with losing weight, getting in shape, check out my website, www.howistayfit.com.